Gee willikers, y'all, I can hardly hold my long bottoms. It is mere moments away from our birthday of our beloved country. Now, can you fathom? Can you fathom how many birthdays our beloved country has had? 1776, so what does that make it? 248 today. Oh America, you are a beautiful place. Now, July 4th, right? It's always been a kind of stick in the mud holiday compared to the fanfare of, say, Halloween and Christmas. But there are certain characteristics that make it unique. Some of them are captured here: the patriotism, the over the top fireworks, no matter where you live in the country, as far as I gather, and eating hot dogs, barbecuing, and yeah, seeing a lot of red, white, and blue everywhere you go. It's peculiar to say the least. Now, I believe the tea colors are cyan, magenta, and white. So, yeah, just about. Whenever I think of America, I think of the Statue of Liberty, and yeah, Statue of Liberty being a clear as day skeletal man, Apollo, and it's just such a peculiar thing. So, what's the significance of it? Was the Revolutionary War. That was when America supposedly gained independence from Great Britain, the UK. And this picture says it all. You know, you have the mediator here. Like, come on, guys, it's all gonna be alright. Britain is like, this is our land. It's been our land. You don't understand. And you won't understand, and you'll bow to us. And then it's like, I'm not having this shit. This is ours now. And it's all a big farce. It's all a big farce. I would always, even when I was young, I thought the cannon, I think you get a little bit of a cannon here, the ludicrosity of cannon fire, just like trying to fathom that happening and people dying by cannon fire is the most nonsensical thing. Always been a play toy, so it's just, oh man. But yeah, you think of this, and they claim that the lobster blacks, the British over here, came here huffing and puffing with their drummer boys wearing red, bright scarlet red that easy to see, and the crafty Americans who knew the woods and knew the environs quite well were able to conduct pretty simple guerrilla warfare and thereby seizing the country. And it's the simplest trick in the book. So you have this really basic story, and it's one in pride for understanding the environs, which is, yeah, it's fair. Like, that's a good thing. But there was no battle to begin with, and the George Washington and King George are the one and the same person, an actor. It's just this game's been going on for a long time. So yeah, like I said, guerrilla warfare, where they hide, they know the locale, they know when they're coming, they can. It's so easy when it's a joke completely. No army would ever think to march straight through. You would need to be conducting guerrilla warfare in any sort of scenario where life is at stake. So this is just a big, blatant, um, nonsensical thing for them to chuckle at year after year. This is the true guerrilla warfare that we've had on us, or what I felt for most of my life is, uh, yeah, orangutans, gorillas, chimpanzees, aplenty, banana propaganda everywhere. When you know bananas are lower in potassium than many other foods, including broccoli and potatoes, is very notable. But they 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 push us that all the time. So that's a curious thing to think about. I would think about those Cavendish before you eat them. Maybe take your time and go to someplace tropical and try those apple bananas. Oh, they're so much better. And yeah, like I said before, when you think of July 4th, you think of hot dog eating contests. It's disgusting. It's really gross. Hot dogs, mystery meat. So you're celebrating America's birthday, this Independence Day, and you're doing it by eating mystery meat dogs, like the most callous, disgusting one of the most callous, disgusting assemblages of food known to person. I ate hot dogs when I was younger, and it's part pork, part cow. You can kind of tell sometimes it's weird. I think they put horse in there. I think they do other things like other dead dogs. I don't know, cats. I would not trust that as mystery meat, and that is what is the go-to food, and it's such a like disgusting one. This holiday, oh man, maybe I should do a holiday series. Let me know if that's in your guys if you guys are interested in that. Um, I have big plans for animals, but yeah, holiday series might be fun because this one is a straight up redneck ridiculoso holiday. How can you how can you go along with this nonsense? It is the ultimate F you to life. This whole charade, eating this mystery meat, these giant bombastic fireworks, this this whole nonsensical thing. There's no there's no real PTSD soldiers unless okay, unless they are PTSD because they were sodomized, and that's probably pretty genuine. I mean, I think in a lot of cases, these people are being brought to the military complexes, Marines, etc., without knowing the truth behind what's going on. And they're basically hazed and at best taught decent discipline and how to getting up early, regular exercise, and so forth. But the war aspect of it, there's no actual war going on. It's one of those. The war has always been going on in East Asia. They always have to publish something, of course. So then why? So of course all these holidays, July 4th, Memorial Day, Veterans Day. I mean, it depends on the town you live in America. I'm sure not every town is going to be going off. July 4th, though, every town, usually, as far as I know, goes off on in terms of um, has a wild fireworks display, or at least somewhere nearby. But Veterans Day, Memorial Day, I'm sure you get some America wanting people wanting to rub this in people's faces. I think for the most part, just the charade of it all, the red, white, and blue ridiculousness of it. Um, but yeah, the true essence of it being, yeah, please stop messing with the animals. Please stop messing with everybody else. And yeah, you guys be weird and do it in your little compounds away. Go out in the middle of the desert where maybe a couple of things will hear you and do that. They don't do it around neighborhoods and where you could stir up a coop and the dog goes flying and then gets hit or something. It's just sad to even consider, but at the very least, it puts animals, puts people on an unnecessary state of fear. And for people that do have genuine trauma, please, yeah, please be considerate. It's ridiculous. And I think of this. I think of like this super witch. She knows Trump is a what is it, rage bait, nonsensical character. Wears her watch person watch, has some witchy rings. I mean, that looks relatively Freemasonic? I don't know. I don't want to make too many judgments, but yeah, crazy attire, and this is like today's kind of witch. And if you notice, I mean, it is bright coloration. You look at nature, there's a lot of things that have bright coloration are things that you got to be very careful around. And they're doing this on purpose because they're telling you they're, an evil witch that signs on the lunacy. And yeah, it's a modern day Baba Yaga. That's what we have here. They swoop into town and they conduct their mystical magic, uh, their colorful fanfare, and then they retreat into the wilderness. And maybe they don't always eat children, take harm children, but they like to conduct the show and cause mayhem, and a lot of them do harm children. So we must be wary. But really, when I think of July 4th, I just think of shit like this. So, yeah, I mean, it's a ridiculous holiday. For those of you not uh, from America, it, okay, let me go back to something that's a little bit more. I'll go to Baba Yaga. That's a good way to just celebrate July 4th. Like, we'd go into the woods and consider. Well, no, don't be a witch, of course. Be a wife witch, which I think in many iterations. I haven't read Baba Yaga, but I watched this Bartok the Great, and they were referencing how Baba Yaga actually wasn't harming children whatsoever, and it's just hearsay, old Russian folklore. And yeah, she may be magical, but she's not harming anybody. She's just keeping the tides at bay. I mean, it's folklore, but I'll describe my like I did have a distinctive July 4th thing looking back where our family, I was probably like 12 years old. We went to the local lake that we always would go to, and the neighborhood and like others, like usually sports related friends went, and we had hot dogs on the grill and burgers, and we swam out to the dock and swam back and played at the playground, and it's like a traditional summer day, like careless kind of atmosphere day. But I look back on it with a different lens now, um, knowing what I know and knowing how gross and vain and ridiculous that behavior was. And yeah, it's amazing that you can have this sort of change within a lifetime. But here we are, and I hope none of you are out there shooting fireworks like this hooligan over here. Although who knows nowadays? It's hard to tell what's real, what's fake. It's got the classic one sock on, well, alternating socks there. Um, I see that all the time. It's fun sometimes, but other times it's like I get it. You're an indigene. All right, all right. Y'all have a good day. Take care. Take it easy. And I'll get back at you soon with something unexpected as always.